Simon Manus. This boss is fairly easy. He is more annoying than anything else. As he is a humanoid boss, he is weak to either acid or decay, so if you have any of those weapons, that'll come in handy. He does have a lot of health in second phase, so be prepared for that, but let's take a look at his moves. First up, we have this move that is a 7-hit combo. There is about 3 seconds from the charge up to the first initial parry, 2.5 for the second one, 2 seconds for this double hit, around about 4 seconds for the overhead slam, 3 seconds for this hit, and 3 seconds also for the final move. Feel free to punish him once or twice at the end because he staggers a little bit. You can also disengage from him quickly as he does this move. Just wait for him to finish and then punish him afterwards. A lot of the time he'll hit you with this backhand swing and then stagger afterwards. You don't have to parry him here, but if you want to, it's 1.5 seconds after he drops his weapon on the floor. I missed my chance here, but if you do get close enough, you can get a couple seconds of damage in. Just a quick note, he can follow up with a overhead attack, so be prepared for that. If he does, dodge into him and punish him. Another move he does is he stamps his weapon on the floor and creates a ring of fire. He then follows up with 2 swings, the second one having more range than the first one. Being away from the vicinity of the ring of fire allows you to dodge the first attack. If you're looking to parry the second attack, it is 3 seconds after the first one. Alternatively, dodge into him for the second attack to punish him after he does this move. If he throws his weapon on the ground like this, he is going for a jump attack, which is also a red attack. Once you see him about to throw his weapon like this, dodge that initial hit and then run in a semicircle either left or right, and you should miss this red attack every time. Just make sure you were kind of running towards where he was, but in a semicircle, if that makes any sense. If it don't make sense, the clips that I've shown is a perfect explanation of what I'm saying. At certain points during the fight, Manus will stagger, a perfect chance to use a fable or a charged attack. Another move he has is he swings his weapon in the air and then slams it on the floor, which is then followed by a second shockwave attack. I don't bother doing anything with this move except moving away from him and waiting for him to finish the animation. These 2-hit combos are the moves that he uses between each of the attacks that I've already spoken of. They all also have the same parry timings as the Ring of Fire move. The only difference is sometimes it's 1 attack, sometimes it's 2 attacks, sometimes it's 3, and he's capable of not only mixing them up but also adding them to other combos as well. He also adds a shoulder charge into the mix just to throw you off. But generally speaking, these moves are super slow, so they're really easy to see, dodge, and parry as well. For me specifically, it took around about 10 perfect parries to get the first white outline around his health bar, but this also included punishing him every chance that I got. Again, I'm not sure how much it would be for you, but I think around about 10 is a perfect number to look for. Once you see an opportunity or an opening, charge attack him to break his posture. Do it again for extra damage before going for the repost. You can run up to him to get some more damage in before he stands up. I just chose to assert dominance. If you are dodge focused, focus more on punishing him with charged attacks. If you do this throughout and you're lucky enough, you will break his posture, allowing you to go for the repost as well. If you are looking to break Simon Manus's weapon, I counted around about 16 perfect parries. Note to self though, it doesn't actually break, you just knock the living ergo out of it, stopping him from using this move in phase 1, which is kind of silly because he still has it in phase 2. One last move that I forgot to mention he has in phase 1 is this thrust attack, but as you can see, he can chain it with other attacks. The thrust in itself is very slow, easy to dodge, and I wouldn't consider a problem in phase 1. Let's quickly touch on phase 2. Get it? Touch? Because okay. With this move, he releases Ergo with his strong hand into the floor. The wave of Ergo then hits your last location 3 times. With this move, he sends a ground shockwave towards you, which you can dodge right through. He is capable of mixing these 2 moves together, meaning you have to run from both moves. He also has this low sweep attack, which has 2 variations. The first one being the same red jump attack from phase 1, and the second one just being a second swing, but be careful because he can follow up with an overhead attack. If you wish to parry these 2 moves, the first one is 2 to 2.5 seconds from the moment you see him dip or duck low. The second attack is around about the same, 2 to 2.5 seconds. Another move he has are these disruption seeking orbs. He has 3 different types of this move, the first one being a generic one. These ones that stay in place for a little while and then chase after you, run left or right to avoid them. And finally this one where he releases a ball of disruption into the air that constantly shoots disruption at you. You can also run either way way to avoid this move. Just as long as it's left or right, you'll be fine. Once Manus is around about half health, he calls upon the arm of God, which is a huge arm that drops on the stage, causing a massive explosion about every 10 to 15 seconds. The only thing to do in a situation is to completely run away to the opposite side of the map so that the explosion doesn't touch you. The only issue is Simon is capable of throwing 2 or 3 moves at you at the same time that arm of God is coming down. So knowing when to run and where to run is key to killing this guy's second phase. As long as you are away from the arm of God and you are significantly away from him, you should be fine because none of the moves can touch you. I genuinely believe patience has the biggest role in these situations, and a lot of times you can't even punish him because if you try to do so, he will hit you with his strong hand or the move that follows afterwards. In his second phase, I counted around about 13 perfect parries to be able to get the first white outline around his health bar. This obviously also includes hitting him every chance that I got. Once you see the white outline around the health bar, wait for your opportunity to break his posture. Once his posture is broken, dodge away from there because he will hit you with his strong hand. After you've dodged, charge attack him a second time for more damage before going for the riposte. Feel free to run towards him, charge attack him again, or use a fable attack to get more damage in before he stands up. The final move Manus has in his phase 2 is this 4 hits combo. In my personal experience of fighting him, he hardly ever does this move, which is why it throws me off every time he does it. But with that being said, just running away from him or disengaging should take care of this move completely. And that is every single one of Simon Manus's moves for second phase. The rest of it is just rinse and repeat, added on with first phase attacks as well. In all honesty, being very patient, using his weaknesses against him, which is either acid or decay, and your pulse cell management, making sure you have enough for phase 2, are the key to beating this fight. The same thing can definitely be said for both dodging and parrying. Like I said in the beginning, he's not too difficult, he's just very annoying. You have to pace yourself and make sure you have enough heals for second phase.